Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me.
First things first, I know everything's really fluffy and cutesy on the channel, and I love it. I love it for y'all. But remember, at the root of all of this, I am a channel. I am a medium, right? I don't offer it for other people, and I'm definitely not doing personal readings right now. So hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll have something else that may support you guys on y'all's journey until I'm up and running in the space to do those again. But part of the way that I get my messages and the way it channels through, I'm not just like channeling random energy from the ethers, right? So I don't want to throw anybody off, spook anybody, have anybody really afraid, but as a medium, and anyone that is a medium knows, and I've interacted with other mediums in real life, really experienced ones, it's always random spirits trying to connect with you. It's always random intermediaries wanting to connect with you because it's like, oh, you a medium, okay? So just to give you that perspective in and of itself when you don't even know what you're doing. For me, that tick, that smack is very familiar. I know exactly where it's coming from. I just hadn't acknowledged it enough to realize, oh, okay, so like there's certain times when I'm channeling and like that's just my great grandmother stepping through, y'all. Like that's really what it is, okay? Um, and that's not a recent thing. She just really loud. She's like that sometimes because she's been on the other side for years. Like it's been what year is it now? Oh yeah, it's been like 15 years she been gone. So, but like that's what I'm saying. She comes in very loudly, not just for me, for other members of the family, like when it is like if it's necessary. And she follows me a lot, especially since I'm actually remembering I moved to where she's actually from. So that's why that may come through sometimes, is because I'm not just channeling random energy from random entities, from random um spirits, I guess. Like when like half of my channel, it's filtered, right? Like I intentionally built, when I decided to do collective readings for my own personal protection, I built a layer of protection. And I'm not going to obviously give the nuances of it because it's not relevant, but there are layers to my protection that my messages filter through. One that helps me interpret them, but also just to make it less draining for me, because then I'm not just pulling energy constantly. But yeah, that tick, it's it's funny because I know sometimes those of you that have been around a while, like some of y'all's like spirit guides, or whether it's someone that's been living before or if it's just a true spirit guide that's never been human, like they step in. But I don't know if y'all realize, like mine are all around as well. Like I'm not just like, if I can see y'all's, I can see mine as well, or sense energetically. So that's where that's coming from, if it's throwing y'all off. Because the funny part about it is I actually don't do it when I'm not channeling. So that's why I hadn't really paid attention to it, because it's only happening when I'm filming. Okay, it's only happening when I'm filming these piles. And it's only been happening aggressively so over the last however long. So I think she's just really loud. And it's like that sometimes, but what you gonna do? So if I'm translating something, or if I'm like, I guess like I'm like, her energy's slipping in, that's really what it'll do. I'm not saying she's chilling here all day, but I'm just, the essence, the frequency, that's what that is. Like I know what that's coming from. And I wanted y'all to be aware, because I want y'all to have transparency, and I want y'all to be comfortable with the readings. I don't want y'all to be scared like she's pulling from dark, dangerous entities. I don't know. Like you never know what readers are doing. You never know who's tapping into what. And I'm just making sure y'all know, like, that's just what that is, okay? So that's relevant because I am working on stuff for the site launch. So if you have not signed up, this will be a good time before you forget. If you're not interested in knowing what it is until you see, fine, that's on you. It's nothing negative. Just follow your process the way you normally would. It's just that I know in the next several weeks, I'm going to start sending things out to people that have signed up via that link. As of the reading, I just started, because this video is actually going to be the day, this is the upload following the members exclusive matcha reading, where I actually teased exactly what's going to be on the site for them. So if you're a channel member, you already know what's going to be in there. So, which is more emphasis on why you would see more, I would have more higher energy around me very aggressively, very loudly, based on the work that I describe to them that I'm doing in preparation for the things that are going to be there. All right. So glad we got that out of the way, because I just didn't want y'all to be like, what is that? Oh, it's funny. So I do want to just say, just for you guys, is like spiritual hygiene and safety. I'm explaining that I know exactly where that tick, that smack is coming from, because I know the ancestor. Like, my great grandmother was alive until I was grown. Okay. So like, she was with me for a while. I knew her my whole life, basically. Okay. So basically, I lead with that because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, well, let me just start doing some ancestral work and I'm gonna start tapping into my people's. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't want y'all to do that. I'm saying I want y'all to know what y'all are doing. Stay tuned for what's coming on the site, because I could just feel some of y'all getting all excited, like, ooh, if she's doing that, I want to do that too. Not if you don't know what you're doing. I don't really want you trying to do certain things, because there's certain nuance, there's a certain level of discernment that you have to have when you're doing that. And by nature, I'm already like that. Okay. So, and I know my great grandmother's mannerisms and nuance because I knew her for real. So, that tick, that smack, that's actually like the way she would speak, like for real. And everybody in the family knows, like, that's exactly how she would speak. That tick, that smack, that's how she wouldn't just in casual conversation. That was her dialect. Okay. So that's why it's very familiar to me. That's why I know exactly where it's coming from, because there are other instances of just, I'm very familiar of her frequency when it steps in, because I knew her in real life. Like, if you knew someone and you know what it's like when they walk into a room, stuff like that, it doesn't really change when they cross over, especially when you're hypersensitive, like mediums. So that's why I'm saying, like, I know what that is. It's not necessarily an encouragement for y'all to go out and do that. Okay. I have a better method. I have a better thing. Okay. So just sit tight, sit tight. Sign up to the site if that's something that really intrigued you, that I said it casually, like it was just nothing, because to me it's not. I just don't want y'all to start doing things you don't have full clarity on. All right. Let me hold y'all's thumbnail up. We're going to take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you and any conversations that are relevant. So pile number 1 is the mango gold rose cupcake. Pile number 2 is the strawberry chocolate cookie cupcake with gold dust. Pile number 3 is the daisy lemon raspberry pudding cupcake. And pile number 4 is the gold honey cupcake. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my mango gold rose cupcake. We're going to take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you and any conversations that are relevant on that topic. And listen, it's first thing in the morning. I'm locked and loaded for your pile. This is relevant because I was fine. I've been up for a few hours now, and I skipped my coffee. I need to drink my tea because I put my vitamin in it. I'm messing up, but I was fine. The reason why I skipped it is because I didn't want it. Like I didn't need it today. But stepping into your pile, all of a sudden now I'm like, ooh, I really should have had my coffee. Not because your pile is draining, but I feel like this is a pile of somebody here just does not, like some of you are like, what's she talking about? What do you mean you skipped your coffee? Are you crazy? Onyx, you are crazy. So if you don't skip your coffee, you're definitely in your right place, right space. Or if that's just an energy that this person that you're asking about is like, this is your confirmation. We got a lot going on with this cupcake. We got mango, we got gold, roses. Like those could be redirections, but we will see once your pile gets going, okay? I've got Mercury, which feels like somebody here definitely has an immense attention to details. Like y'all probably love the redirections on the channel, so you're definitely in the right place, right space. There's a huge theme already though of just mental stimulation, but somebody on the table, you or this person's already just really just stimulated just in general. Like it's a very antsy personality, which makes sense since I got the wave of somebody that's like skipping coffee. Ooh. So but yeah, I mean there's a lot of conversations, there's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of details that are stepping through already that I want to see. Let me see what's going on with this mango gold rose. We've got Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So this person's really excited, to learn a lot more about you. It's like every layer that they uncover about you it's really exciting, right? The deeper they go in intimacy with you, the more exciting it is, the more they learn, the more their perspective is evolved. And that's basically what they're telling their friends. The conversations they're having, very chill, very easygoing. So if this person's like really antsy, people like the friends, whoever they're talking to, are like, okay, yeah, I did notice you're not as stressed, you're not as antsy, you're very relaxed now. Like you're calmer as a person because you're dealing with Pile One. So we like it. So let me see what's going on. Tell me more about this mango gold rose cupcake. What's this person telling their friends? Okay, we got a ladybug here. Okay, I got justice. You make things really good for this person. So I don't know the stage of the connection, right? Like if this is someone you've been dealing with, like they can already tell, like you seem to be very smart, you're a problem solver, you're helping them in some way. Okay, whether it was just advice or actual like actions. So Five of Pentacles it's the shadow card, right? It talks about being left out in the cold and being in lack, being in need. But this depiction is a little more optimistic in this deck where, hold on. What's going on? I think I have a weird, look at you. Ooh, you know what? Somebody's farsighted because why it's doing that? It wasn't doing that earlier. So Five of Crystals, it says persistence and new possibilities. So this person feels like you really encouraged them. Okay. So yeah, but somebody's definitely, because that's farsighted, right? When you see far away, I feel like that's what it is. Correct me. It does not hurt my feelings. I say that because I don't wear glasses. So it's throwing me off because this is a brand new phone. This phone just came out, right? Like, so the lens, the camera is supposed to be the best thing ever. And like we have this weird thing that's there it goes. Yeah, somebody's farsighted. Okay. So the thing that this person is saying and why this is relevant, okay, is up close, things are foggy, literally, right? Up close, things are really foggy. It's like you can't really see Pile One when you're all up on them. You have to take a step back and really peel through the layers, go deeper to really get to know them. Because at first glance, at face value, it's not even close, not even half as great as you would even realize pile one is. Okay, we talk about the truth and the clarity that comes from this justice card. Like, it's like basically like pile one is amazing, they're great. You, like, even if you think they're great already, you have no idea. You're missing critical information about this person just at face value until you get to know them. You do not have the full picture. It'll blow your mind, right? So this person's hyping you up. I feel optimistic about this pile. Okay, well, while we're doing all that, the star and the swan just threw itself, like it jumped towards me, behind me. So I mentioned peace, I mentioned healing, okay? And that being the vibe and the aura of this person now that it seems like you cooled them down, right? If they're very fiery. And this person says like you really boost their confidence. That's what it like they like, and it's not just words, right? Like people can see you make this person feel more confident, okay? So let's see. Yeah. You're being perceived as a person that's bringing a lot of fortune into this person's life. And the friends are in a lot of harmony. They like you a lot. And if they don't know you, they like what they're hearing, okay? Where we're talking about a pure crush where the friends don't know you, right? They can just tell this person has a crush, or this crush just is hinting at liking someone, being interested in someone, or secretly getting to know someone. They can tell. They're very playful about it. They tease this person. It's like, no, you used to not be worried about certain things. Now, like you like dressing better, like you're getting a haircut, like you doing things. You put lotion on, like you doing things you never really used to do. So we know it's somebody you're interested in. That's kind of the wave that I've gotten here, okay? And like this person may normally be a pessimist, but everything that's coming out of this person's mouth, even where they're not talking about you, it's very optimistic now. They feel really lucky, like the ladybug, like the dolphins, and the friendly and the playful. Like they seem a lot happier as a person. And where it is crush, it's like that came out of nowhere. It's for no reason. So the friends are not stupid. They're like, nah, we can tell. It must be somebody you're interested in. You know, we have 8 of shells with the quest of renewal. And the 8 of shells talks about ascending. It's exactly the energy that we have in house 9, which is spiritual growth, but it's not like woo-woo growth. It's not even religious growth. It's more wisdom that's acquired through your journey. It feels like something about this person, they feel like they're at a part of their journey where they've ascended enough, where they've matured enough, and aligning with you at that time is a sign. It's very fortunate, it's very lucky for them, okay? So where am I gonna pull? Look at me. I'm gonna pull from the tea leaves deck. Let's do that, and then I'll pull from the other deck. So tell me more about what this person's telling their friends. It's more of a behavioral shift here. Yeah, I mentioned the journey and ascension, same vibe, same exact vibe, right? A journey, either physical or mental. This person may be showing their more mature side to their friends and family just by their interest in you. And I don't think it's throwing people off. They can tell that this person's interested in someone, or they can tell that it's because of you if they've met you or have heard about you. Okay. So let me see. This is a person where if they're just in the crush stage and just really interested in you, they're being encouraged to go for it. Okay. It's like, okay, well, if you like this person, I think you should go for this person because, I mean, we already like your energy with you liking this person. So definitely see, right? Tell me more. Something about things hitting the floor is a big deal because this is the first time in a while that all of the cards just want to jump out. We've got coins of money coming to you. So my bad, y'all. I'm shaking everything because apparently the cards are jumping off the table. So this person may actually be excited about pursuing you romantically or deepening the connection because they might be a little more stable now, right? Feels like somebody that's doing well enough to where they probably got like a new car. They might have like got promoted. They may have gotten, they may be moving or may have moved for an opportunity because this is elevation. So you're definitely in your right place, right space if you're asking about a crush that is ascending in some way, whether financially or if they made a move that puts them in a better financial position. I got a knot of unsuccessful plans. I have a chair empty of someone leaving your life. And I have seek out information that will help you with the vine. And interestingly enough, that tells me that this person in their conversations with you, they're feeling like, okay, something historical happened, okay, where I think they were pursuing someone or an opportunity. It's either a romantic opportunity or a financial opportunity, and it did not work out. And this person's very vividly describing like, man, this just did not work out. I didn't understand why this career financial thing just would not work out the way that I wanted it to. I tried so hard. I don't know why this romantic situation didn't work out. Like, I tried so hard, or I don't know how I ended up with somebody chaotic like that. And in them describing that, they're basically saying like, you think it's because like I was supposed to cross paths with pile one. Like, it's starting to feel like because everything that didn't work out put me in this position, right? Like, because I didn't get the other financial opportunity, I'm here and I'm crossing paths with this person. Or, you know, that's crazy how that partner that I dodged a bullet with, or it was bad, but I still removed myself from it. And then boom, I met pile one. That's the conversation. Okay. And it feels really prosperous. And some of you, literally, the opportunity that they didn't get ended up being for the best because it put them in a position to make even more money. Okay. It worked out because maybe the chaotic partner left their life and then their luck turned around for the best and they started making more money that maybe that partner wasn't supposed to be within their vicinity for, right? Because I don't know what makes the romantic side of this pile chaotic when we talk about that historical partner. So let me see what else. All right, tell me, what's this person telling their friends? Okay, we got a candle. And I just randomly decided I wasn't taking reversals. So there we go. You will be shown the way. Seek out information that will help you. There's a lot of C's here, so that could be a thing. But you will be shown the way. Seek out. This person's asking for guidance on how to pursue you or how to further deepen the connection. They need clarity, and they're asking people that are already like living how they want to live, right? So like when it comes down to where they want to go in their life and their career, they do consider romance as factoring into that, because the type of partner you end up with romantically, it is going to influence the trajectory of like your goals, your ambitions, your career. So this person's like asking for advice, asking for feedback, right? For people that are already doing well or better than them. And I think they're getting really positive feedback from you. So feedback regarding pursuing you, right? So if they don't know you, then they're just saying like, yeah, you look like you're really excited. Go just at least go see if these people that they're talking to are familiar with you on any level. They're speaking highly of you. So good for you. Let me see what else we got. Oh my gosh, that's gonna annoy me. What is this? It's been literal years since this has happened. Like I used to have cards jump off the table all the time, and it stopped, and I was very grateful for that. And it's not the way that I'm positioned or shuffling because the setup is the same, especially for the last few weeks. We've got the tortoise slowly but surely getting ahead. Okay, and I've got a bouquet of compliments from a stranger. Yeah, this is someone that's been slowly mustering up their courage to talk to you. They've been slowly asking like, hey, you think I should, like, you think it would be crazy if I tried to pursue this person? Okay. like I said, it's a very peaceful pile. It's not a lot of depth. It's just someone like describing that they're interested in you and that they like you and just asking for feedback. Like this would actually make sense if this is the pure crush pile, because there's not all these loaded conversations. If anything, the more depth associated with it is like, man, if you get to know this person a little bit more, it's way better than you think. Or I really can tell it's more than meets the eye with pile one. And, you know, whatever person left, like, this was for the best. Or the situation where they didn't get what they wanted, that was for the best. So tell me more. Yeah. Playfulness. And you know what? We've got playfulness twice. So look at that. This person feels like you two have the opportunity for a divine union. Definitely. But we've got playfulness here and here. So they're just really excited about you. Like so excited about you. And nobody really seems to be countering it. Okay, so like if you know you're asking about someone and you know that there's like some drama with anything, or like that someone would say something crazy, this not your pal, because there's nothing negative to say, because it feels like pure crush where no one knows you enough to say anything negative, or like the people that are familiar with you have amazing things to say. But this person's feeling so playful, they're feeling so excited, they're slowly mustering up the courage to pursue you or to ask you to be exclusive, whatever that thing is. And I mean, yeah, I mean, that's really it. Let me pull from this graffiti deck. We got 4 stacks. I'm gonna get 1 from each and then close you out. Yeah, look at that. Royalties. Somebody, like, I don't know if it's you coming in the money, if it's this person coming in the money, but look at all of this abundance. Okay, money, royalty. Look at the coins, literally 2 cards of coins just thrown in the air. Okay, I love it for you. This person may associate you with being very prosperous, and that may be exciting for them. But the best thing about royalties is it talks about creating something and then you just keep getting the result from it. So this person seems to feel like if they connect with you, if they can get to know you and build that trust and establish a relationship with you, there's so much harvest that can come from it. Not in a transactional way, not in a predatory way, but just in a, I know that this is the type of partner that once you get them to open up to you with all of this air of mystery in the Pisces card, like it's so much to gain. Like just them trusting you is having an ally for life. Okay, and that's how this person's kind of describing you, and that's how they see you. So we got spiritual abuse when we have uses religion or spirituality to control, manipulate, or keep someone in a toxic relationship. Let me see. And look, this is not a friendly deck. That's why I busted out, because I knew I wanted to see if anything crazy was being said, because y'all want to know. So these two combined feel like someone that has a lot of discernment from the past. Royalties is always a harvest from the past, right? It's we built something and we getting paid for it way after we did it. So the spiritual abuse is that discernment regarding that. It feels like someone that has a lot of experience interpreting that, okay? And also, the only red flag, okay, is someone spiritual, which Pisces does rule the rule esoteric, abusing their spirituality or their spiritual path to be manipulative, to benefit them. It feels like the type of personality, like an example is those really high vibe people that call everything low vibrational. So like if you're a normal human, you're low vibrational. So they're never wrong, because if you react to something crazy they did, now you low vibrational because you're emotional, and then you see what I'm saying? Just manipulating you like that. This is the false prophet combination. Someone that is benefiting financially by lying and manipulating people spiritually or religiously. So we also have that on there. You know, Onyx doesn't care. Like, just because I'm spiritual, woo-woo, and a reader doesn't mean I won't call things like that out when I see it on the table. I'll absolutely do it because I want y'all to know about stuff like that. So if that's them, you keep an eye out because they're all excited, possibly because they may manipulate you in some way. All right. That said, it could be a red flag where someone may feel like you're too good to be true, right? And that your aura could be a facade to manipulate and get ahead. So just watch it. Like I said, it just depends on who you are, what you got going on. Okay. So definitely use your discernment when you're dealing with these people. Okay. I said it in the intro. I'm being very transparent about the way I channel energy because I don't want y'all getting caught up in anything like that. So I am deeply private, but there's certain instances where it makes sense for me to reveal, okay, how am I channeling energy? How am I doing this? How am I doing that? And you'll learn more in the next however long. Like, I'm going to start slowly unrolling more and more and more to give you guys more visibility, which goes against my nature because y'all know I'm deeply private. But I think that's a disservice to y'all because I want y'all to be able to discern when you're dealing with someone that is taking advantage like that, right? At best, someone that's genuinely talented and gifted spiritually, that's manipulating people's energy collectively, or somebody that's just playing around on the internet trying to make money and just lying about being able to do stuff, right? So it was completely relevant to the intro. So shout out to y'all. Let me see. What else do we have? Tell me more about what this person's telling their friends. We got a blackballed, which is ostracized or excluded from a group due to disapproval or negative actions, intentionally shut out. Told y'all it's not a friendly deck. We're gonna get there. And we've got soft power, influence without force, someone whose gentle, kind nature carries deep strength that others react to. If you have a tough exterior up front, that's the layers this person's describing, as you have no idea once you peel back beneath the surface how great pile number one is. So this is a personality on the table that is very gentle, that's very soft, that's very kind in nature, but they are often perceived initially as a threat or as negative or as a bad person. So that's what all of these combined feel like. Or it's someone that's reactionary in that that's been their past. So they expect people to react negatively to them. So they're deeply to themselves. They're closed off. They shut down their aura and they're not as open and interactive with people. Okay. So that may be how this person's describing you. This could be someone describing you as, man, it's just people's perception of pile one is not what I know that it is, right? So let me see. I got a chosen family, friends, partners, and allies who become family through loyalty, shared values, and unconditional support. I love this card coming out in this reading. I told y'all this is a mean aggressive deck. I like that. It's honest. I don't want to be in here telling y'all good things only, right? But friends, partners, and allies. This is a romantic interest where, unless there is genuine concern, red flags on your end that are real, because sometimes we all give off like red flags initially. You don't know people, so any little thing they do, you don't know their mannerisms, how they react to people. It could be, ooh, let me just see if that's a pattern versus a one-off. You always want to have some discernment when dealing with people you don't know. But I feel like some of you may have a certain aura that may be misinterpreted initially, possibly due to trauma or just being different. But it just feels like the more this person talks about you or the more this person connects with you, and then the people that they're talking to about you connect, the more fond of you they will become, where those red flags are not actual patterns where it's like, let me just see, okay? Because reality is we all have a shadow, right? It's whether or not your shadow is compatible with the situation at hand, right? And how deep is the shadow, right? Is it heavy enough to where it becomes genuine, authentic red flags that can do damage? Because if it's just a normal human shadow, then you're a real person, right? So I love that. And we got to pick me, which seeks validation by putting others down or highlighting their own uniqueness to gain attention. So the shadow is still a very real shadow, which is why I'm using this deck, so that everybody picking this pile can get their true story. Lighter side, these people love you, or they love how this person's behaving. As they get to know you, they'll love you. But if you are coming across as very strategic, right? Like if there's something, like if this is a person that overextends and it feels, because pick me and chosen family feels strategic. Okay. So if it feels like, okay, this is what I'm doing, then obviously that's the shadow. Like you're going to be the shadow because this is how you're being interpreted. And there's a pattern of this is genuinely how you may be behaving. Okay. Because it feels intentional. It feels deliberate on the shadow, where it's someone trying to stabilize with a partner that, because I'm trying to find, okay, I got coins, I got royalties, I got 5 of crystals. Could be financial based, could just be stability based, because we have traveling here. So cars, planes, trips. We have, I mentioned moving, so it could be home based. Someone could be seeking a divine union as a level up. I'm not saying this person's great. I'm not saying you're great, but I'm just saying there's concern in the shadow where someone may be looking for some form of an advantage that the other can provide. So what would that be for you, right? What would that be on your end? What would that be on this person's end? Okay. All right. So, and the reason why I'm bringing that up too is because you do not have to be the shadow. I just want to make you aware. Your person can be the shadow that you're asking about. Like these people might be like, yeah, that's so exciting about Power One, right? Yeah, you need to like end up with Power One, because Power One, and especially the feminines, right? Like if you have a masculine, someone more masculine leaning that's not necessarily measuring up, right? Not as capable as you, or just not as driven as you can end up in that situation too. I see it. And there's nothing wrong with that dynamic where it's mutually beneficial, but it feels like some of y'all might on the shadow watch it because everybody love you. You better than this person. You know what I mean? So just watch it, or know these people don't like you because they feel like you're seeking a partner that is better than you. You see what I'm saying? So it just, watch that shadow. I'm down to my last 2 stacks of this. Yeah, look at this. We got why we got all these coins? There's coins all over the table. You're doing good, or this person's doing good, and that might help you determine the shadow. If you're doing really good and the person you're asking about is just doing all right, then I think they might be, just watch them, okay? Because it doesn't have to be them on the shadow. Because if they're doing all right, they're all right. Stable people are stable people regardless of how many coins they're throwing up in the cards, right? But just pay attention to this person's mannerisms and their interactions with you regarding money, regarding transportation and travel, okay? And compliments. Just pay attention to that. That would be where the red flag happens, okay? So creating something from nothing, okay? Brewing up plans, transformation and alchemy, grinding, breakthrough. I like this because it's both woo and 3D. So this person's really describing you as someone that's like from the ground up, self-made, able to make anything happen. Like if you're very driven, you're very ambitious. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you're like that, you have the risk of this person being the shadow where they're not like that. Where you're not like that and this person can't be describing you as that. You see what I'm saying? Or even if this person is describing you as that, but there's nothing really backing up that cooking, like there's no plate after, that's where the questions are going to happen. And the questions should happen. This person's got people around them that look out for them, for better, for worse. In the shadow, they're looking out for them like, yeah, if this person's going to be interested in you, you absolutely go, because this is a great person. They way better than you. Go. Where, oh yeah, dry throat. Where you're being perceived as a shadow possibly, or just it's just questionable at this point, their friends and family are supposed to be like that. Like, oh, we don't know about Part 1. Let's see. Don't be all aggressive about it, because, you know, they care about this person and how well they're doing. Like, they're not gonna just sit there and watch themselves sabotage with like the wrong type of partner intentionally, right? So, but look at all of these bennies from heaven, divine intervention, small blessings, synchronicities. I hinted at that earlier, right? The the alignment, like this person's asking about the alignment. Like this person may feel like you are pennies from heaven, like divine intervention based on synchronicities. And I even got the support from ancestors, which is funny because in the intro I was talking about my great grandmother, so shout out to her. I'm so chaotic. I know I talk about really woo-woo esoteric things and casually in these files. That's very intentional, and hopefully that benefits y'all down the line. Pennies from heaven, royalties, coins. I mean, listen, cooking and pennies. Like this person thinks you have really great ideas, really great concepts, things that you're working on that really is gonna benefit you, benefit them, where it makes sense. Look at this, look at this. Shout out to y'all. And I'm gonna be honest with you, magical tools is here when I picked it up. Okay, so bouquets, gifts could be a thing, but for better, for worse. So watch that shadow where it becomes a overly transactional thing or an overextending acts of service thing. Y'all stay tuned. Go ahead and fill out that that form on the site so that y'all can see the site. Look at me putting all the cards back. When the site goes live, this is a pile where y'all might really benefit from that. Shout out to y'all. So let me go ahead and get my last stack and close you out. Talkaholic. Oh, they talk all the time about you. Where they're talking about you, where there is recognition, right? Like if if the people know this person's dealing with somebody, they talk about you all the time. They're like, well, we need to see this person because who is that? And then where they've met you, they still talk about you all the time. Like they do. I know this says talks about themselves all the time, but they do. And just watch it where there is a potential for you being a shadow, because this is someone where, because the talkaholic card has an underlying selfishness, self-absorbed vibe. So anyone, whether it's them, that's a red flag, or you're giving off red flags by being very self-absorbed and like always talking about yourself, always bragging on yourself and things like that. Okay. We got child neglect, especially when we talk about someone not really taking care of their child like they're supposed to be doing. I don't know who that would be. Okay. But those are extreme examples of, so there's levels of depth, right? Make sure that this person's not overextending to you. You can control that and use your discernment to make sure you're not doing that. But we have someone that's always talking about themselves, or this person talking about everything that they do, everything, how great they think you are. And they might be talking about all of the things that they do and how they're so excited about you. But it's like, okay, but what's this person doing for you? Like there's a question on a table of what is, and it can be reversed. It's like a polarity. Find yourself where you make sense in this story. There's an active conversation. Somebody just talking. The family, the friend, whoever is like, okay, I hear all this you're talking about. You're doing a lot of different things. You're saying this person's got a lot going on, but I feel like you're giving them a lot more energy than they're giving you, whether it is financial, whether it is intelligent, like whether it's like concepts, help, support, doing things like people that are in school, helping each other in school, whether it is emotional support. It's like you're talking a lot about how great this person is and how you're doing this, you're doing that. But I don't see where it's reciprocated. I don't see what they're doing. Okay? That's it. All right, so I am gonna close you out and move along to pile number 2. All right, pile 2. So you have a loaded cupcake, and it's a lot coming through already. So the strawberry chocolate cupcake with cookies and gold dust. So the family, the friends, whoever hit the table regarding this crush, very, very loud already. Like it came through prominently in that Romance Angels deck. And then I got so many indicators of like this person quite literally just not seeing you as a real person. Okay. Possibly the family, possibly the friends, in a very veil overlay way. Okay. And it feels very esoteric, but I don't know that this is a pile where anyone's done anything like that. It's just, you know, the rose colored glasses stage where like people are just really excited and in love, and it's like literal crush, and it's like, oh, that's so nice, and I like this person a lot, they're so nice. That's what it feels like. It feels like so the best way to describe this is if you are dating this person and you met the family, like y'all had like a family gathering and you did everything exactly right in alignment with what these people wanted to see. So, and I say that because this person's already describing you as like a soulmate from a past life, but it just, everything feels so natural, feels so comfortable that you just seem to be aligned with this person in that way. And the conversations are all like about how comfortable you connecting with this person feels, how natural it is, and things like that. And the only reason why I'm mentioning that overlay is because I do want you to be cognizant of these people are gonna see you as human at some point. So I just don't want, y'all know I'm realistic. I'm not negative. I'm just a little more realistic in that I just don't want it to be a situation where if something goes wrong or like there's a disagreement, it's an overreaction because people are so shocked because there was this aura of perfection surrounding the connection of like, okay, it feels like the naive energy of a couple that thinks that they would never fight, like never disagree, never get into it. Okay. And possibly not saying not knowing how to handle it when it happens, but like it catches everybody off guard because this person sees you as perfect. So you do one thing that throws them off and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because it's just so, I don't know, it feels so chaotic. Tell me what's going on with this pile 2. Was this person telling their friends about pile number 2? Give me an overview. There's so much going on. So loud already. Yeah, we got Aquarius, which is collective energy. So it's like a bunch of people, right? This person's telling all their family, all their friends. So let me see. This is the type of couple. This is the type of person that I don't know why I'm getting that. So maybe there's a lot of you that are early stages. This type of couple that people are like, oh, y'all so cute, right? Like it feels like the vibe of like, oh, where's your little friend, right? Like see, someone sees this person and the last time they saw them, they were, where's your little friend? Y'all are so cute. And they're like, oh. And I know I'm describing it like it's really young people. But it still feels like that. I don't care how old y'all are. Like people think y'all look cute, okay? We have Pluto and Aquarius. Real time right now. That's a live transit. That is a transit that started in 24, okay? So why is that transit relevant regarding conversations? Okay, look, the Knight of Shells, the Flamingo. Could be someone that, oh, okay. That's what it is. If this is someone that did, I'm going to lean with it being this person instead of you, okay? Feels like someone that liked you since the beginning of this transit or as that transit was starting. So like 24 like what, 23, 24, that range. I'm feeling 24 because I didn't look, so I need to confirm, but it around that time, that's when this person might have initially started having interest in you, or maybe y'all started dating, like if you're asking about your actual partner. And so people are excited, like, oh, look, they're still dating, they're still going right, it's still going good. Or like, yeah, this finally is finally coming to fruition. And like, I don't know, someone somewhere is excited because this is acquaintance based energy. This isn't like friends, this is networks and people that know of you, right? You got the 5 of acorns, which is a lot of moving pieces. So I got the shaman. Okay, so the shaman is feels like sage energy, right? It's the eagle here. So we got a lot of redirections because I have both flamingos and eagles on the channel. But shaman is really mature, possibly masculine. Okay, that could be you, that could be this person, that could be one of the people that's really excited about the connection. Okay, this person don't like the shaman is someone that has enough experience and wisdom. They know what they're talking about. 9 times out of 10, they know exactly what they're talking about. And I think it's funny because I'm channeling that this person's like telling this person either that they're interested in you or that they are finally connecting with you. And this person's like, yeah, I already knew that. I told you. I didn't know how long it would take, but I already saw this coming because we had the South Node energy. So this is definitely a pile of past influences. So I don't know how, like, I feel like you would have needed to be familiar with this person at least a year. This is not a crush you met last week. Okay. All right. So tell me more. Is this, yeah. See, the Knight of Shells is back. King of Acorns is here. Really excited, really passionate. We got more innovative energy here. That's how this person's describing, is really passionate, really creative, really innovative. And they're so optimistic about it, right? Like this person also thinks that you're really smart in the way that you do things. So that's how they describe you to people. But they're being encouraged to pursue where they're not, where they're nervous. Because the 8 of Feathers that we're just now seeing is restraint, holding yourself back, not realizing you're in your own way. So like this would be a person that's like, hey, do you think that Paltu is interested in me? And it's more of a, well, did you see? Are you just assuming? Because I feel like you're assuming, right? And then it's where y'all are, you know, stabilizing a little more. It's like, yeah, remember how you used to act, how you were acting like you were so scared to talk to Paltu, and now look at you. So let me put from the tea leaves. It's definitely one mature masculine, possibly 2. So there's 3 people on my table, right? I have a Knight of Shells, which is really excited, romantic, more youthful in spirit, masculine. I have a shaman, which feels more slower of age, that's very easygoing, very smooth. And then I got the King of Acorns, which is very fiery, really aggressive, somebody that would say something crazy to you, but still more mature. Those are the 3 energies on the table. Those are 3 masculine specific energies, okay? So I have a hand of in need of help, assistance, guidance. Feels like this one needs these 2 to move, or historically did. And that's the laughter, that's the conversation, that's the story they're telling people. So it's more like this person's talking to this one and this one, or one, and then there's an environment where the story's being shared, like, man, this person was so scared of Paltu. I can't believe they finally did it. Tell me more. I got Scissors of Disappointment and Some Affair. Hand and Scissors. Someone played a game of rock, paper, scissors. It was you lose, you do it, or you win, you do it. Like, I don't know, there's a rock, paper, scissors on my table very clearly, very vividly. These people are fun. I love because it's funny because everything about the pile feels very youthful, very playful, but I don't think that everybody in this pile is very young. I know I often use the school, like university age example, but I don't feel like most of the people on my channel are of that age. So I feel like a lot of you are more mature. Y'all are vibing and living life and not allowing age to define you. So good. I support it. But yeah, it's the rock, paper, scissors is loud. This person has been disappointed in something. And this guidance, this assistance coming from these other sources is what's leading the way and making them feel better. Because, yeah, see, we got a bridge. Like, they've gotten the answer they need from someone. Right? Successfully overcoming that problem. All right, so tell me more. I feel like I'm blazing through this pile, which is great because now that I have a graffiti, just letting y'all know, it's 4 stacks and it's making these a little bit longer than I was trying to keep these, but that's okay. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Yeah, this person's, they've gotten, so masculine, feminine, regardless, doesn't matter. This person's speaking to more mature people aligned with them. So like if this is a more feminine leaning person, they're talking to other feminists. If this is a more like masculine leaning person, they're speaking to more mature masculines because they've gotten the advice that they need to move in a way that they need to move, whether it's an actual move they need to make, or if it's just a lack of clarity on how to proceed. Like all of that is on the table. Okay, so let me see, tell me more. Pile number 2. There we go. See all that excitement. And it landed on the passion card. So like, yeah, this person's really excited with what the information they have, whether it's information they actually got, or if it's just a confidence boost, pep talk, whatever it is on the table. They're just so excited about you. And I told you, I channeled that at the very beginning in a way that it's not like I'm always about wanting y'all to be in balance because, you know, spike up, spike down. I always fuss about it. I do. I have good news. So, I mean, everything is great. Just monitor that energy and making sure you're not spiking up, spiking down, and that this person sees you as a real human for sure. Because not seeing you as a real human is not good for you. The expectations are too high. It's setting you up for failure, not just as a person, but just in this connection because, yeah. We got to harvest. We got to listen and reflect. Okay. Yeah, we got a new chapter of a fresh start. So person feels like they're in a new chapter, which allows them to connect with you, which a new chapter in the relationship. Okay. Let me get one more. We got control issues. We got listen and reflect is back. Okay. And we've got very, very soon. Okay, so very new crush. I say very new. A crush that has not made a move. They're going to listen to the people they're talking to and get over themselves. Control issues is very much 8 of feathers energy where you're restricting yourself and like stopping yourself from getting what you want. Just not even romantically, but just in life because you're not making moves that you need to do. Okay, like that's kind of what it is. Like they're micromanaging the way they want to interact with you or the progression of the relationship, and they're getting the advice to like stop. Right, so very soon we have a new chapter, whether it's an evolution of a relationship or the initiation of one, because they're going to stop trying to control it. They're going to listen to the advice and just roll with that. So graffiti. What else do we have? Let me get one. Okay, bunch. We got a Nepo baby and a Jane Doe. Ooh, loudest thing. I didn't even read these cards. We got one person that's well known in the group, social circle, industry, networking. And we have a Jane Doe of someone that's not identified. That's what I got. And I'm not making these longer by trying to figure that out, but that's a conversation. I think those of you early crush is the dominant energy, and that's what it is. So like someone's really, because there's a lot of people, right? So it would make sense. Remember earlier I used the example of like, okay, y'all went on a date and then this person may have went somewhere, went back to whatever by themselves, and people were like, oh, where's your little friend? Because everybody knows this person in the neighborhood, in the group, in the situation. But like the Jane Doe, and it's not gender specific, it's someone that's not as known in that circle. So it could be someone new in the new chapter, right? So like a best example would be an industry event, like a conference, right? And everybody from all the different companies are there, and then we got the Nepo baby is somebody that's well known in the industry, been doing it for years. Like everybody knows them. They've been in multiple businesses. Now they've launched their own. The Jane Doe is up and coming, or it's someone that new to the industry, right? Like that's what it feels like. All right. And then I got the murder suicide, self-destruction through control. That's exactly what we've been talking about though. I don't like how aggressive the deck is, but we can't control that, right? We got a blazing rose on fire. It's basically this person being said, you're not gonna get to know pile 2 if you don't open your mouth or if you don't move. You're trying to control a situation. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. It's gonna benefit you because you're self-destructing through needing to control. You're so desperate for the power, right? That you're putting yourself in a position of hopelessness like that, okay? Because why are you acting like that when you can just go ask this person their name? Because that's why I have a lot of early crushes. Hey, why don't you just go ask this person their name? Introduce yourself. Tell them your name. It's so firm on the table. I think it's funny. I like these people. So tell me more. All right. Cut through the noise, right? Just go say hello or whatever the thing is, right? Ignore the distractions and get focused. Things are trying to distract you. Ignore them, especially where there's a lot of distractions. Firecracker is very, very loud, right? Very, very loud. So if it's just a busy situation, busy environment, like an industry conference, then guess what? Like they're getting the advice to cut through the noise. They're saying like they struggle with that. Like it's so much going on that they want to like connect with you. But I love that this is my pure crush pile because even where this is a connection, they're reflecting on all of this that happened before and talking about deepening it and going further with it, right? Because the crush is, oh, I'm going to cut through the noise. I'm going to have that drip. Like, look at that. We got somebody that's looking so good. They got the best outfit on, the way they carry themselves. Like it's somebody like really telling this person like, hey, you need to make sure you look good, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the thing. That's cute. So tell me more. I got a shadow dancer. Someone moves in the dark aesthetic, but lives in light intentions. Oh, okay, look at us. That's most of us over here. I didn't know there was a card like this. So what I like is I like the Jane Doe with the shadow dancer because it's someone that moves in the dark but lives in light intentions. So somebody here, and I'm leaning with it being you. You may like a darker aesthetic. You may be a little more discreet. Like if we're talking, I'm using the industry conference example because it's so easy. Like if this person's like wanting, like talking to everybody, trying to sell everybody, like really connecting loud, they're a presenter, and like you are new, trying to figure things out. You're like, no, I don't know these people. I'm just gonna like slowly get to know these people. I don't want to be all loud. I don't want all this attention. That's why the Jane Doe energy is a thing, because it's a combination of new chapter as well as just being a little more low key. That's exactly what we're talking about. And I don't know if this person has observed you or if I'm talking to like those of you where it could be incoming for those new, where you're looking back, this person's like, man, this person's like, the way they move is so firm or so dark. But once you get to know them, their intentions are so pure, so light, right? That's what I've got. So we got taking a bullet, taking the blame, paying for someone else's sake. Yeah, this person's describing you. There we go. It's coming through as really, really gentle, really empathetic. I would describe this as overextending, like the type of person that literally would take a bullet for someone else, okay? Despite not looking the type, okay? So, because like once you cut through the noise, you'll see this person's like that, right? So tell me more. How to, we got highlighting, emphasizing what's important or what's not. Overreacting, right? Overreacting. I think it's funny because some of you, this person literally like told one of the people on the table, like, yeah, I'm going to make sure next time I see this person, because this feels like a next time see reading. So go to that if that resonates for you. But they're like, no, next time I see this person, I'm going to make sure I look really good and blah, 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 blah. And like somebody's like, first of all, you're worried about the wrong thing. You're going to look good, but you're not going to say anything to this person. Like, you're not going to introduce yourself to this person and see their name. So like looking good does not matter. We have dead to me, which is cut off, had enough, and need to walk away, cold shoulder. Like somebody's like, yeah, you worried about the wrong thing. And then Pal 2 is going to walk past you like they don't see you, because they don't, because no one cares about your drip. Like, introduce yourself and stop acting like that. This is my last deck. This pile is hilarious. So I love it. It's not extensively long, but guys, I am going to work on shortening these. I don't know. I might need to use fewer decks, but trying to get used to the graffiti. It's making these, like I said, I was going to try to shorten them down from a few months ago, right? We got to get your freak on. You deserve to relax and unwind. This person's so attracted to you. Like, they're so stimulated by you. Like, if anything, they're like, oh, you see how good that Pal 2 looks and blah, blah, blah. Okay. And there's something about someone not being how they come across. I'm getting the vibe, the Jane Doe cold aesthetic is someone being perceived as not approachable, and then realizing, yeah, this person's absolutely approachable. So let me go see. All right. So I am going to close you out, move along to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, my daisy lemon raspberry pudding cupcake. It's a lot going on, but we're going to see what your crush tells their friends about you, and we're going to see what the conversations look like. So I'm really intrigued. Like, I've been waiting to do this pile since I did the Secret Admirer reading a few days ago, because pure synchronicity for those of you that are fond of daisies, or if that's your birth flower, like if it's April and it's your birth flower, happy birthday. Or even if it's not April when you find this, something about those daisies and possibly them being April birth flowers, okay? Because I don't know why they're connected, but we're about to see. So let me get an overview. We got house 3 of early learning, childhood relationships. So house 3 is the house of communication, but it's the house of everything that I like to sum up as local. Short travels, areas you grew up in, smaller towns, communities, things like that, okay? So let me go ahead and put the moon, whether you or this person has the moon in the 3rd house, or the moon in 3rd could be a relevant transit. Now, some of you are going to be like, what? Why is that? Like, that's a really specific time of the month, right? Because the moon shifts signs every couple of days, right? It matters because there may be a specific time that this person's talking about. Like, there's a very specific instance that they're having a conversation about. So it could be over the course of like 2 to 3 days, or it could just be like one specific day where the moon was in their 3rd house, moon in yours, right? So whatever, if you know your chart, whatever this sign is when the moon is in that, whether it's full moon, new moon, or even any of the transits in between, I'm just seeing like that's relevant. So I must have some astrologers here, because I don't know how you're going to figure that out if you don't have this person's chart, and if you don't really know the transits like that. Like, let me just see if I can get the details of what happened here in this transit. So tell me, let me see. Incoming energy of the 5 of, okay, self-sabotage. You or them. They're talking about somebody self-sabotaged. Okay. Chaos and conflict. Somebody self-sabotaged by holding back and not making the right move. Okay. Somebody froze up, looks like here. Because I don't always read the 8 of Feathers as that, but it's 100% I froze and I self-sabotaged because I didn't act on that opportunity I had or whatever, right? 5 of Feathers is absolutely just self-sabotaging. It's specific to being competitive in situations you don't really need to be with. So like being overly combative with somebody and not making the right move. This actually combined could be someone that knows that they were wrong and did something they weren't supposed to do, or was hyper competitive, hyper aggressive with somebody in a way that alienated the other party. And now they're like, oh, I don't know how to apologize, or I'm just not gonna apologize because I said what I said. I don't know what's going on here. Chaos. Yeah, some of you, well, dang, I was excited for this pile because I wanted to see whatever was going on for y'all in those daisies. Somebody's like, nah, dead, done, over with. Like something happened, and you know what? When I don't treat these like transits and I treat these like energies as conversations about things people didn't know. Like the moon is the unseen, so it's like conversations about things somebody didn't know. So what's this? We got love. Okay, so I got a couple that broke up here. One, and that's just the loudest energy. It's obviously the shadow because the breakup is confusion based. It's revelation, like conversation about something somebody didn't know. It's someone possibly confronting someone in a way that alienates them in a way where it's not really able to be recovered, because the 5 of Feathers means that in and of itself. Like y'all know what the 5 of Swords looks like. It's like, yeah, I won this battle, but I'm done with these people. And the 8 of Feathers is the restraint of holding yourself back. So it means that someone that previously was holding themselves back let loose, or they were holding themselves back with the blindfold and they didn't see something and now they got the clarity. All in all, it doesn't matter because we have the Death card of it's done, it's over with. Okay? Because there's a lot of conversations about that. And we have somebody talking to like possibly like a sibling or a twin, because actually House 3 rules siblings. The Lovers card rules twins because it is the sign of the 3rd house, which is Gemini. So that's twins, that's siblings, and it's like, it's over. I'm happy it's over because I didn't know what I didn't know, or whatever that is. I have no idea what's going on. Well, and there I go with the smack that I talked about in the intro. Interesting. So somebody might be speaking to like a grandparent. Interesting. Let's see. Let me grab this tea leaves deck. Let me pull from this. So I will say the lighter side here is somebody that's really excited. I say excited. They're not excited at all. Their nerves are bad. It's someone that feels like they self-sabotaged and didn't make a move that they felt like they wanted to make and missed an opportunity. So they're discussing how to avoid that, I guess, either in the future or just in general. But we got more cards so we can see. Mice, discord among friends or family. That shadow is not interested in going away. But we're talking about a breakup or somebody that ghosted you or just stopped talking to you. There's messages, there's conversations that was just creating confusion among family and other friends. Like there's something, I don't know what information it is, but like I said, it's conversations about information somebody didn't know. Was either acting like they didn't know or just didn't have the full picture to see or whatever. And we have a lot of, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be this way. The cards we have are pests. Like we have mice multiple times, it's like rodents, and even armadillo. You see what I'm saying? So like that's kind of what it is. Like someone's possibly being described as like a rat, as a rodent, as like a mouse, like, you know, real sneaky and creating a lot of confusion and damage. So I don't know who that is. I know who I'm asking what they're saying about you. So why is it like that? Y'all should not be asking me about people you know is chaos with, because it throws off everybody else in the reading. So what is this month? Hey, that's so creepy. Why is that like that? We talked about it. I got a diamond. Oh my gosh, that's so odd. Let me confirm something. So I know I wasn't crazy, and the only reason I know it by heart is because I was just looking at it the other day for like a friend that's born in April, like nice older lady friend, right? So somebody born in April for real, or this happened in April, something about April. April's a thing, okay? Um, and it could be just because real time. And I don't know why I'm acting like April is not a thing. I'm throwing my own self off because I'm filming these in March. So this video is gonna go live April 3rd. Yes, this video is going, so members will see it earlier, but y'all on the public side, it's April 3rd for you, okay? So diamonds are the April gem, okay? It's the April gem. And so April is the month this reading goes live. And the whole reason why it's really, really, the synchronicities are throwing me off. That daisy is April's earth flower, like we talked about in the beginning of your pile, like I talked about over there in that secret admirer reading. So I really don't remember the reading, if I'm being completely honest. I just remember mentioning this pile because it also had the daisy and that wasn't intentional. So I don't know. All I know is a conversation about someone being like past energy and it's confusion and conflict. And April, the conversation is like, okay, a gift in April, like somebody's getting a gift in April or expecting a gift in April. I'm assuming that things may turn around about it, like, so like maybe I'm reading this and this is real time as I'm reading it, so maybe like previous month or just history was a lot of confusion, and that confusion is over, it's gone, okay? The reason why I'm pausing, because I don't see, as a reader, as a person that's interpreting the cards as well as channeling, I'm not seeing where the energy is a continuation of a chaotic relationship or the chaos leaving, but the connection stays intact. So I don't know why this person would be talking about a chaotic, maybe they have a really chaotic ex they're talking about, maybe that's what it is, and they're just comparing you and they're like really excited about it because all of this chaos is the chaos. But there's something about April and a precious gift, like getting a gift in April, whether they're going to get you something in April or this is a brand new from scratch crush, which makes sense because that daisy is a secret admirer reading. You see what I'm saying? So it may not even be a real pile yet. Some of you, this isn't a real pile yet. This isn't a person that you're aware of yet. Like you came from that secret admirer reading because I sent you here. And this isn't a real crush. It's somebody that you either realized in that pile or you're going to realize from that pile, and this is going to be the conversation. Not saying the chaos is y'all. The chaos could be the conversations they're having about things being over and then pursuing love and feeling like love is a win in April. Okay, let me keep pulling these cards. I'm glad I slowed down to really like see what's going on. See, something is over. Something is ending. Someone going out of your life, the end of a situation. I mean, I told y'all that already. Like something's ending, dead in the water. Okay, so normally I would write these notes for members only. I'm still going to write them notes and do other things, but I'm going to give y'all a little nugget so it benefits you. What I just said applies. Some of you, it's a person where they had chaos with somebody else. They're meeting you. They met you. They're really excited. Could be the secret admirer from that pile I'm sending you from. Others of you, this is someone where that chaos, that's y'all. It's dead. It's done. That secret admirer might be them lurking, but it also may be someone else, a new opportunity for love for a person, like away from a person that's not speaking fondly of you at all, right? Because the shadow is they don't have anything good to say. It's negative, okay? So I say that, just keep in mind where you fall. I genuinely don't remember the power. I need to do the notes and all of that for it anyway. So let me get one more before I take the bottom. That's spooky. April diamond. What's that? Daisies. That's the thing. I don't know who's born in April or why April is just a critical month. That's the thing. And look at all of this family sorrow. Ooh, there's just somebody on the table that the family just did not like, do not like. They don't like them. Okay. I have a reconciliation. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. The reconciliation conversations are reconciliation. Like, reconciliation is going to lead to a loss of material. Like, it's not going to benefit you. Like, this family sorrow of like a reconciliation is going to like be bad for somebody. Okay. Like, they do not want, like, I'm be honest with you. As a person on this table, family specifically, like friends don't like them, but the family just not going for it. Family. And they're like, this reconciliation is not going to be good for this person. Like, we don't want it. We don't want it. We hope it's dead in the water. We hope it's done. And it looks like for the most part that it is. And I don't know if that's you, but I will encourage you this. Y'all know Onyx put y'all on. You don't, unless you have a person that it, because I don't know who is how, and I'm not judging anyone. But unless you have a person that is gonna just alienate themselves from their entire family for life, you don't want to live a life where the family hates you. Like, hates you. They're not interested in having you around at all. Like, this is a pile where it feels like family, there's at least one family member that like really, really hates, like a family member that matters. Not like a random cousin or random aunt, like a parent or sibling that this person's very close with. That this person's not gonna leave alone. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to alienate themselves from their twin. They're not going to alienate themselves from their parents, right? They're very close. So I wouldn't encourage you to pursue something like that. That's an incompatibility, which is why if this is you, this really dark shadow, I'm just going to that daisy. I think that daisy is going to be a better fit. All right. So, I mean, devastation. Like I'm saying, like the shadow here is the family's like like whoever that is, they're devastated. They do not want that person with you. And yeah, see, it's a clarity. And it's, I don't know what the revelation was, but there's a clarity. I don't know if the clarity is the dysfunction or if the clarity is a revelation about something specific. We got somebody being described as a mouse. We got somebody being like, we have a heavy energy of a reconciliation. It's going to be a material loss. Now, all of y'all are not at risk like that, but like just something about, because let me describe this better. I don't want the material loss, a loss of material wealth to seem like this is someone that would be taking that they're saying you would be taking money from this person. Something about this person, maybe they just don't make good decisions when they're with you or whatever, but it just feels like being with you brings out negative material based decisions in this person. They don't like it. They do not want this person with you. Okay. On the shadow. Okay. The lighter side is this person's history. As in, you have a secret admirer in that pile that I'm sending you here from. And this may be their history and the clarity of them like moving forward, because that's the April 1st secret admirer reading. Okay. So there's random transits in here that I may or may not have time to break down, but it's a thing. We got clarity regarding what this person needs to be doing to build a future. This person has clarity on what they need to be building a future towards and the type of partner they need in love for that after conversations and aggressive conversations with certain family members. Okay. And where you fall is going to determine if that's you. So crazy pile. Yeah, look at this. We got graduation, on to the next level, both an ending and new beginning, culmination of knowledge. Listen, and congratulations for those of you that are finishing school as well. I'm gonna be honest with you though. Yeah, April, people start graduating in April. Okay, congratulations if that's you. Here's the thing though. This right here, graduate. So this, my bad, y'all. I'm like not gonna stand because I'm trying to put this down. The clarity here is that this is a karmic lesson, a karmic cycle that closed. You and this person connected for maturity, development on what you want, who you are, where you're going. Okay. Well, we talk about that really dark shadow, because the shadow, I don't like it because of the question I'm asking. I wouldn't have a problem with it if I didn't ask this question, because the only reason the negativity came out is because I asked this question, because now we have people that don't like you stepping on a table with negative things to say. Outside of that, we would probably see some behaviors that don't align. Okay. And that's why it don't work. But it looked like it was aggressive ending, and it's over. Like graduation of boom, you graduated from this person. I think that Daisy is going to be where it's at, even if this person surfaces there, or there's another secret admirer reading somewhere that you're going to go on to. But the shadow is gold. It's over. It's gone. Color gold is a thing, like our thumbnail. But the lighter side, the clarity is this person's graduating to you. You're graduating to them. Like there's some karmic finagling happening in the sky. We got a martyr complex. Wait, hold on. What's that? Yeah, watch it. Because like I said, this person's where the shadow exists, the family is like a buffer. They don't mind being a buffer from any negativity, right? The protective barrier from external forces, ensuring you don't swing too hard in one direction. I always talk about that pendulum swing of like not wanting to be too high, not wanting to be too low. I mentioned it in the other pile because it was like the person was like really high on life, and like not seeing that person, like the pile, people selecting the pile clearly. It was quick, it was excitement, and it was no, like basically they didn't see any wrong, any flaws in a person, and that's not realistic. If this person's been like that with you, the family, this is a family not going for a pile, okay? But the martyr complex, oh, I didn't read that. I was trying not to lose that other card. So a parent, or a family member who sacrifices everything and uses guilt to maintain control or moral superiority. This person might very well have a parent like that. I mean, they might, right? What signs are in April? I can't think. Whatever birth sign is in April. What is that? Is that Aries and Taurus? They might have a parent with Aries or Taurus placements, and that's nothing to do with you. I don't think this person's gonna leave their family alone. You know what I mean? That's not what you want. So, and granted, this is a very shadow card of maybe there is a very manipulative parent, but also it references a parent or family member or multiple that made a lot of sacrifices to help support this person's future in a way where they're not really interested in this person ending up in a romantic situation that just wastes all of that. Like if you spent years raising your child to like do well, and you feel like somebody's going to come in and like throw that off, you're not going for that. I wouldn't go for that. My family would not go for that. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? You went to school, you did this, you did that, and now you making crazy decisions because of this person. Absolutely not. I wouldn't go for that with my little cousins. They know I don't play that. You know what I mean? Like my sister, like I wouldn't go for that. So yeah, we got the Holy Grail. Connection to ancient traditions, lost civilizations, even extraterrestrial connections. That's why it's all like that. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Where the shadow is the conversations building up to you being a lighter side of like that's this person's past, and that's why like all of the conversations are like, okay, this is how the lighter side sounds. So you know such and such was dealing with that other one, and you know we didn't like that other one, and I'm so glad they got this one. This one's doing a lot better. Like I agree with this one, right? The Holy Grail feels like older people's prayers answered. Like I'm so glad they're dealing with this one now instead of that one. That's kind of the conversations and why we have all of that, the negativity where it may not be you because it's like it was just so bad before. They just didn't like it at all. They're like, I'm so glad my prayers came through. Yeah, because look, we even got, see, we got the cross. We literally got, Jesus with the cross. We got some real Christian people here with the Holy Grail. Yeah, it's a thing. Okay, it's a big deal. Walking billboard. Okay, carrying or displaying someone else's agenda, ideology, or image, broadcasting someone else's identity. Well, this person does whatever their parents tell them. The end. Like, parents is on the table, family is on the table multiple times. This person does what their family tells them to do because it's never led them wrong. Like, this is a person where you don't have to agree with it. The parent, person, whoever may be manipulative. I do see instances of that. We all have a shadow, but it feels like this person, their parents never steered them wrong. So like, why wouldn't they listen to their parents? Okay. Unfortunately for the state of this connection, but like I said, what I love about my reading style is something else for you. It's something else that aligns better with you. Okay. So I got 3 more stacks of graffiti. This is a big ancestry based pile. Like this is a big heritage, ancestry, legacy based family. I'm not saying they're all that in a bag of chips. I'm saying like, doesn't matter, right? Because house 3 is not this big, expansive, large network. It's just early learning and connectivity. Like there's a big deal with, it's a tight knit family. It feels like, okay. And it's very close. Like they're very close knit. Okay. So shadow dancer is here. Someone who moves in dark aesthetics, but lives in light intentions. If that's you, that's what they like. Okay. I got invasive interest, spotlight you didn't ask for, magnet for protection, attention is laced with misunderstanding. Oh, okay, look at my light side. You came in. Because the thing that I was trying to get through is the shadow is what it is. I was concerned because I know I'm bringing up the lighter side and it's very prominent. It's just that I'm glad these came out to describe you. Your personality is very discreet in a way that it's hard to get you on the table, because when this person, like the family, friends talking about you, they're talking about you related to how loud and chaotic this person's possible past is. And so you're like a shadow dancer. You move in dark, but live in light. Spotlight, you don't really like a lot of attention. You don't want people, you don't want to be a magnet for projection, right? Because you find attention laced with a misunderstanding. Like this person's describing you as very low key. Okay, the family may appreciate that you're a lot a bit low key, right? So that's why it's hard to see you, and what they're saying about you on the table is they're more relieved about the past chaos and they're happy, they feel good. They see you as a gift, especially when we talk about April, like it feels good. Okay, it feels in alignment. The worry, the main concern, at least at the point of view finding this pile, is like, Lord, I sure hope this person does not reconcile with that other one. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Y'all got a lot going on. All right, I got 2 more stacks of this and then we're gonna move on. So what else do we have for pile 3? Well, it was an adventure, I'll say that. See, yeah, look at that. See, we've got the chosen one, someone who is loved and admired, often causing resentment, and those who feel overlooked in comparison. Yeah, so multiple meanings. The lighter side is basically the chosen one. Like it feels like more in alignment with what the family specifically wants, because this is not what they're talking about with their friends. This is a parent family pile, and I've never had a pile in this series that loudly and aggressively family based. Okay, so this person's like, you're seen highly where you're the lighter side, where you are the shadow. There's a very specific idea of what these people want for their child because they see them as the chosen one. Okay, we've got faffy. What is that? See, overly complicated, time consuming, or annoying, distracted by unimportant details. That's not what they're going for. If they see you as someone that has this person in overly complicated situations, if you're time consuming, if you know you into it with these people and they see you as annoying, they might also be describing you as just having this person as distracted by things that are just not important. Okay, so watch that. Okay. All right, we got an early retirement, getting to live out their days in freedom, nice nest egg, investing smartly for the future, building a future, wise choices. Like this person feels like the conversations are like that they were raised to make wise choices for their future, things that they were manifesting, attracting, they had goals, dreams, ambitions, and they're seeing it. They're seeing results early. Might even be supporting the parents or helping in some way, or the parents are looking forward to that. So they are going to be very territorial about their chosen one. Okay, so stop that. Don't be putting yourself in situations you don't need to be, whether you're right or wrong. You got a secret admirer pile that I think this shadow just needs to move on to. Okay. All right. Do it for the plot. We got encouragement to take actions that make one's life more interesting or adventurous, adding to a personal storyline. And this person's being very encouraged to move towards the lighter side, whether it is you on the shadow and there is someone on the lighter side of this pile that you don't know that's stepping in. And that's why I'm telling you to go to your own secret admirer pile. Or if it's you're on the lighter side, they're pushing this person towards you because they definitely there's a chaotic shadow that they want to, that in the family's perception they want gone. Okay, so I am going to close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile number 4, my gold honey cupcake. I'm going to take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you and what those conversations look like. Now, I'm not going to lie. I know we're in a very karmic time. It should be closing out. By the time y'all see this reading real time, the transit should not be as chaotic. So any attachments, if you do like you're supposed to do, should be removed, and you should be able to go with a clear slate, new crushes, or elevation in your connections where you're not, where like you've closed karmic cycles within a union. Okay, because chaos and conflict already. So graffiti's already not, it's not a friendly deck, right? It's not a friendly deck. So yes, this is the bottom of the top stack, freeloader. And that's just literally how it ended, okay? First of all, as I was cleansing that deck, I was hearing the Fergie Ludacris song Glamorous, okay? Like if you ain't got no money. And it's crazy because there's a conversation already on the table about somebody not being interested due to somebody being hard times, or just getting rid of somebody. And then I saw the bankruptcy card, foreclosure card, exit card, warning card, bad review card. And that topped it all off with Manosphere, and then boom, freeloader. There is a conversation with one of this person's friends. I'm leaning into the feminine expression because of the Manosphere card. And that's most of you here. This person, this masculine you may be asking about, has a friend, or may be friends with, or know of possibly an ex of yours. So somebody you dealt with, or somebody that tried to talk to you, or something like that. It's completely relevant because that's the conversation that hit the table before I even pulled cards. It came out so prominently, so loudly, that I had to hurry up and just type these little scatter notes on my little laptop on side me so that I could finish cleansing the table and get ready for your full reading. That's how loud it is. And the conversation is very negative. It's, you think this person would be interested in you if you didn't have a good job? Do you think this person would still be with you if something crazy happened to your finances and you lost your house or you lost your apartment? They would dip. This person, like, they basically describing you as somebody that would quickly exit if something bad happens, if something crazy happens with this person. I kid you not. Like, bad review and Manosphere feels like there are masculines having conversations about your history. So I need for you to know, if that's a thing, you need to be cognizant of that, because I don't care about this one crush. I'm more concerned about, I always give you guys direction on elevating in life. Like, I want to see y'all do good in life. So if you know this aligns, it means there's a certain circle that you may have intentionally, by association of your actions, whatever, built a little bit of a reputation in, okay? So watch that. Not because I want you to care what other people think, but because most of the feminine, specifically women on my channel, are looking for love. And I like to think y'all are looking for genuine, healthy love, not just something else. So if that's what y'all are seeking, and that's really what y'all want, my path is to be that reader. Y'all know I will give y'all career finances readings all day, but this is my path. And I'm very gifted at it because I'm not hyper fixated on it, okay? But if that's the way you've pursued relationships, it's not good, because I don't like that this is a conversation that hit the table before I did your reading, because that can throw you off when you're looking for love in other ways. So let me move this. You don't want that. You don't want that, okay? And whatever little circle, like it could just be, especially if y'all are young, if you're just at school, if you're just on campus, I don't want that for you. So let me see. Tell me, Aries. North Node in Aries. That could be you. That could be this person. It looks like somebody, but North Node in Aries. Okay. When we talk about it as just an energy, right? I do. Hold on. My bad. I wanted to look it up really quick because I didn't want to forget it for the members notes. But these readings, I've been giving y'all some gems on the public side. Like y'all are getting some insights on what my members actually get consistently when I make notes and additional messages for them. North Node in Aries was from July 17th, 2023 to January 11th, 25. Okay. So that is anybody that you were dealing with from 23 to 25, the very beginning, right? So July 23 to January 25, that could be who stepped on the table initially. And I didn't want to lose that because that's a relevant time period. Now I'm going to be honest with you. Aries in the North Node. Aries is how we channel our energy. It's how we move. It's where all of our energy comes from. So when we talk about North Node, destined to have, getting ahead, it reads like a person that is looking to get ahead, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But you don't want to be described as a person that's seeking a come up via romance specifically, because that's the conversation that stepped on the table. Now, don't worry about it if you know there's no way that conversations happen about you. You're like, I don't deal with these people. I don't talk to anybody. Because I know how some of y'all are. Some of y'all don't go outside enough to do this, right? You know that's not you. This person's describing you as a real go-getter. They're like, man, this person's hyper fixated on their life path, their life journey. All of their energy is in their purpose, their path, their journey. So boom, that's the polarity. Is the shadow is someone that's being considered as wanting to kind of freeload on someone else's path, someone's journey. And the lighter side is like, man, this person really knows who they are. They are on track. Like this is what they know, exactly what they're doing. They know exactly where they're going. Okay. All right. Yeah, because look. Ooh, look. Because the Seven of Feathers is already here. It's that sneaky, thievery, manipulative energy. It's like trying to, it's the thief in the night. It's like trying to get over. Three of Swords is where, it hurts someone's feelings or like where devastation happens as a result of that. It's almost like, oh, this person will absolutely get over on you. So tell me, ooh, my bad, y'all. I know that was loud, but I'm going to take the two cards that it came out with. Someone said, watch this person get really combative if you don't give them something, because Five of Feathers is very combative and aggressive energy. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face after asking for something with the Six of Crystals. Okay, Six of Crystals. The life path focused side of this pile, you're being described as very giving, very supportive, very good at planning, looking ahead, very strategic, which would also align with the shadow as well, right? Okay, the Hermit. Oh, look at y'all that don't go outside. Y'all really did step in here. So some of you, this person's really describing you like they don't go outside, they don't go out, they don't really leave the house, they're really to themselves, they focus on their work, they focus on their goal, and then they go home. They really stay to themselves, they don't have too many friends. They may do their little community work, but that's about it. They're focused on what they got going on. They're focused on their life path. And I'm being specific with saying North Node life path because it could be career, it could be community service, it could be religion, it could be whatever that focus that you have is on. That's what this person's talking about. They're speaking very highly of you, but it's more of a description of your personality than anything. The passion is coming from that shadow side where it's what I've been seeing. Okay, so what's at the bottom? Page of shells. Yeah, so like it's obviously a go. And this is the chaotic part of where the story, the collective message connects. So the shadow is basically like, okay, look, you don't even know what you're getting into with this type of personality. This is how they are. Everything I described in the intro. And it's basically like, this is what you need to be looking. You need to be looking for somebody like this. And they're basically describing the lighter side of the pile. Okay. And that's how y'all connect, right? How y'all end up in the same pile. The lighter side, y'all don't even really go outside like that. So there should be no confusion on if you're light or shadow. Listen to me. I don't know that I've ever had a pile that was the line was this clear. You over there or you over here. The lighter side don't go outside. I wouldn't consider that to be necessarily a lighter side. I know locking in is good. I encourage y'all to go out a little more. But the shadow is possibly too outside. So y'all both living in extremes. But when it comes to positivity and potential for this specific question and this specific crush y'all are asking about, the lighter side is described as kind of to themselves. Don't really go outside. Focus on what they're doing. The shadow is always out looking for a handout, almost like always looking to connect. The shadow would be described as someone that doesn't know how to be single. Every time they leave one connection, they're immediately in another one in a way where it's possibly questionable overlap. Like that's what they're saying, okay? So that's why I don't want that for y'all, because it could be true and it could be lies, because the cards that came out to describe that could absolutely be exaggerations of people that feel scorned, but it doesn't matter if that's a consistent pattern that other people describe you as, right? So let me see. Let me pull from these tea leaves. Tell me more about this gold honey cupcake. Oh Lord, there's another pile that's doing this. Jumping off the table. You got persevere and you will overcome problems. Yeah. So Hermit actually is a sign of Virgo, right? It is 6th house, health, wellness, attention to details. And 6th house also rules work. This person describes you as a person that works really hard, perseveres, just works really hard. They admire that. It almost feels like a person that's like, man, I really admire how Powerful works so hard. I want to, it makes me want to work harder. It makes me want to support them more and things like that. Okay. Persistence on the shadow is obviously chasing something very specific and even being willing to jump relationships to achieve it, right? I've got, yeah, you're on the road to success, seeking, you know, that mountain peak. So yeah, I mean, the lighter side is very quiet because you don't go nowhere. It's somebody that just works, goes home. That's about it. It's nothing else to say. This person's just like, man, this person works so hard. I want them to take a break. We got money through property, through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. If this person has had that, that's the question is, okay, if you hadn't had this inheritance, right? If you hadn't inherited this house, if you hadn't inherited the, like, because there's a huge theme of a house. Okay, if you hadn't inherited this house, right? Like if you go bankrupt based off of this inheritance and like you can't afford this house you inherited, then you think this person's still going to be there? I know for a fact that they won't. Like that's the question of the inheritance, okay, or the come up. And so on the lighter side, this person's just basically seeing you as that inheritance, that windfall. It's almost like when we talk about, because I see this in real life where people are like, man, that's crazy. I'm so glad I found this partner, because like I actually know like the sweetest married couple, neither one of them go outside. I don't even know how they met. They just stay in the house together. They do not go outside. You do not hear from them. And it's cute because it's like feeling like an inheritance with the both of them, because I don't know how they cross paths. Okay. Neither of them go outside. So things like that. That seems to be the lighter side, or like, not saying y'all are like hermits, but this person seems to be interested in the fact that you kind of are the counter to the perceived shadow of this pile. That's really what it is. Like, compared to like people like the shadow, this is pile 4. I'm really intrigued by that. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's how it is being channeled through based on who y'all are asking about. All right. So let me keep pulling these cards. What's that? Great happiness. Harps feel angelic. Okay, so we got somebody being described as really angelic and make someone happy. Reconciliation here that came out before. And I got a broken ring. Parting of the ways, either in romance or business. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I was not taking reversals. That's the thing. Until I got to this pile. See how that goes? So reading it both ways. This person's being discouraged. Like, I would leave that alone on the shadow. Like, I'm being honest with you, I would leave that alone completely. Otherwise you're gonna get stuck, because that's what this is in reversal. Because this talks about things being temporary, seasonal, and change coming. In reverse, it's stuck. So it's like, I would leave it alone before you get stuck. Okay. And so the lighter side is obviously like, if you know you're so driven and so focused on what you're doing that you're just to yourself, you're not very easy to connect with romantically. Like the couple I talked about, have no idea how they met. This person's trying to like connect deeper with you. They're familiar enough with you to know like they're interested in you or wanting to be deeper with you, but like they're hoping you make a little more time for them. Okay? Like, they don't want it to be a separation because you're so driven. They want to reconcile. They want to connect deeper. And they're hoping that this, especially if you're really locked in, they're hoping that's seasonal. They don't want it to be a situation where like you don't know how to stop working, or you don't know how to stop prioritizing yourself in this thing so that y'all can be together. They don't want that to be like that. Okay? All right, because that's the shadow of the lighter side. Is this person's feeling like, okay, you so focused on this that, yeah, it's good that you're not outside like that, but you're not outside at all. You're not making time for me, right? That's what it feels like. So tell me more. And that's the conversation with the friends. It's like, I mean, I guess this is better than the opposite, right? Because I'm trying to think of who they're even talking to. I don't even know if this person's talking about you to their friends specifically. And that's the part that makes it even more chaotic on the shadow. Is it doesn't feel like this person's like, oh yeah, this is my person, blah, 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 blah. It feels like other people coming to them like, hey, you know, we classmates, or we business partners. I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, however this person knows, or maybe they know like, hey, listen, because I mentioned in the beginning, like, this person may not know directly anyone you've dealt with, but maybe they have a friend that knows. And you know how everybody knows everybody and they talk. So it's like, maybe someone you dealt with historically around that transit was like, hey, to whoever your crush is or current partner. I don't know why I put that in quotes. That's questionable. Watch that if this is supposed to be your partner. But anyway, they came to one of this person's friends like, hey, I know that's your friend, that's your buddy, that's your partner. If you where I'm from. And like, I don't think this person knows what they're dealing with. And I don't know the shadow of this pile. I'm really not being judgmental because it doesn't affect me. But I definitely don't want y'all being perceived that way, even if you mean to. If you mean to, I want you to adjust and figure that out, okay? All right. Tell me more about this honey gold cupcake. Yeah, we got a warm embrace and devotion. Yeah, this person, you're real friendly, okay? The shadow is you're real friendly. The lighter side is this person likes how giving you are, okay? It's just, it's weird because it feels like there's this distinction between, okay, yeah, this person's really friendly, they're nice, they're connecting with me, they're very giving, but they're so locked in that it's like they lock in and they go hermit mode on me. Okay. But they like, I mean, the lighter side, they like you a lot. The shadow side, they like you a lot. The problem is the confusion now on whether or not there are key critical red flags in you, right? So let me go ahead and get ready to take this mean aggressive deck. We got, okay. You think you see glass onion as you think you get it at a glance, but it takes digging to truly understand, for better, for worse. And the class warfare is deep hidden resentment between groups, the have and have nots. And like I said, it doesn't have to be true. It could truly be somebody that's super jealous, right? We could. Like some of you may just be in another connection or pursuing another one, and this person's super jealous. Doesn't change the fact that that's the perception, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. So put a ring on it is someone that's really excited and wanting to connect deeper on the lightest expression. Okay. But you do have to watch it on the shadow, because for that, like it, regardless of if it's true, there's at least one person that's going out of their way to make sure this relationship doesn't happen by intentionally like tarnishing the way you are perceived, whether it aligns with your actual actions or not. Okay. So feeling invisible, not, yeah. Some of you, this person's feeling a little bit invisible regarding your path. Like if you're really hyper fixated on your path, they're feeling like you're not giving them enough attention, and that's conversations. But it doesn't matter. They still want to go deeper. They're thinking that if they commit deeper to you, that will make you prioritize it more, because this person sees you as more planning minded. So as long as you are not exclusive with this person, you consider yourself to technically be single. So they're like, I think this person's just, because who's putting off their work, their stuff they're doing for somebody they're getting to know? You don't do that. I don't encourage that. So they're feeling like, okay, no, if I make it exclusive with this person, and I make sure they know like we are together, right? Or even at the dating stage, like, okay, I need more time, but the only way, like I have to invest in them before they invest in me. That's what that feels like. Okay. We got the soul's best interest, serves your deepest truth and highest potential, even if it doesn't feel good in the moment. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know we're talking about jealous exes and things like that. This person, even if they're scorned and jealous, I don't think that the jealousy is the motive behind the conversation, which is why I'm talking to you. I want you to go to skeleton key reading, the spirit animal bird readings, because I don't like what I'm seeing in the perception of the shadow. I want more for you, because there is jealousy and resentment from the party that's given a really negative energy towards you. But it really is, it basically is like, I want to look out for this person because I don't want this person to get caught up like I did. Like it feels like someone that feels like maybe you got over on them in some way, and they're like hoping to basically stop somebody that they're familiar enough with or whatever, right? Because the soul's best interest. Okay. It's like, you don't know what you're talking. You haven't seen what it really is, right? But all in all, the lighter side is this person feels like they're most compatible with somebody that's more hermit in energy, right? That leans more into their sixth house of like, okay, their routine, their schedule, the stuff that they want to do, the stuff that they want to achieve, their health, their wellness, right? Because they just feel like they're more like someone that's a little more discreet to themselves. Like they've realized and have identified that as a personality type that they're more compatible with. Okay. All right. So I got 3 more stacks. Here we go. Ooh. What? This is my second power. It's like really chaotic, and the decks are giving weird synchronicities. Okay. Now this is the second power I've gotten this energy of doing really well. Where we're talking about, let me lean into the lighter side really quick, okay? Because obviously the shadow exists because we have this inheritance on the table twice. But the lighter side is, this is someone that's looking ahead. Like, they kind of see the future, right? That they feel they're destined to be with you long term, and they're excited about getting you to open up more, and they're talking to their friends about it. Like, or they're thinking about it within themselves. Because I mentioned that. Like, this, like, they may have a single friend that they're talking about it to, or they're kind of in their head, they're thinking about, okay, long term, I'm gonna get this kind of ring, or like, I think this set of rings for us is gonna look good, because I'm doing well, I can afford it, I work hard, so we're gonna have nice situation when it comes down to like getting married and stuff like that. Like, this person's talking it through with one specific person, or they're like thinking about it, they're all the way locked in, like, oh, this is gonna be nice, right? Because this person also feels like it's a divine intervention, it's a synchronicity connecting with you, it's a penny from the heaven. But I mean, because look, building happiness, remember I told y'all this is a mean aggressive deck, but inheritances twice and pennies from the heaven, that's how this person's feeling, okay? And that may be this person just in general, like, they might be doing good, right? Some people are living really good lives. Good for them. Some of you know that. That's why the shadow is here. Okay? So let me keep pulling these cards. I'm really happy for the lighter side though. Yeah, I mean, so this is aggressive deck, right? But it is a card of transition and departure, like the death card, right? So we're highlighting where someone leaves after emphasizing what's not important, right? So like, if something happens, if someone transitions to a negative part of life, or somebody's on hard times, it's like this person's going to emphasize what's not as important and leave and move around. So if you know for a fact you got a partner that you left alone when they were in need, oh yeah, hold on. I didn't correlate that. If you know you have a partner that you left alone when they were in need, or when they were in planning stage, trying to get themselves together, where things weren't going right and they were trying to turn it around, and that's the moment you kind of left them alone. And I'm not saying you need to struggle with anybody. I definitely didn't say that at all. Just know how that is perceived by other people, okay? So I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but just know how that is perceived by other people. So tell me what's going on. What else? This is my last deck. We got a throuple. Yeah, this person's definitely inserting themselves in this crush, in this situation, to make sure that it ends. Because we got end credits. Like, this person's possibly made it their mission. Like, I'm not letting this person go out like that. End credits. Okay. This is, the shadow is actually being described as as someone that dates two people to see who's gonna bite the bait first and then cuts off the other one. So just like I said, all of that's there. Find yourself in a lesson, in a journey. I am going to close out this entire reading. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.